Welcome back to another video. So this is about the Lauri Markkanen trade. It's kind of weird how he is a Cavalier. I'm not. I don't hate the contract. I mean, 4 years, 67 million was a signing trade. So let's go through the details of this trade. The Bulls get Derrick Jones Jr. and lottery protected first and a Cavs second rounder. And Portland gets Larry Nance from Cleveland, and Cleveland gets a sign trade for Lauri Markkanen. I mean, I've liked Markkanen. I think he's a solid player coming out of the draft. Some people thought he was going to be the next Porzingis. That clearly did not happen. He's actually regressed. So he averaged 13 points. He averaged 18 points per game in his age 21 season, which is pretty impressive. That was his second season in the league. There was a high upside for him there, but he regressed to 14.7, then the 13.6, although in his 13.6 season, which is last year, his shooting was a career high, 48% from the field, 40% from three, but he only started 26 out of the 51 games that he did play in. So it's kind of weird how the Cavs kind of want him. I mean, he's been regressing, and they already have a big front court. I mean, I don't know why they paid Lauri Markkanen and Jarrett Allen before Colin Sexton, who's one of their better players in the league. It's kind of frustrating. I would be very frustrated if I was a Cavs fan. But so then I have Garland, Sexton, two ball dominant guards. Now with Mobley and Jarrett Allen, and Mobley's not a four in this league. He's a bona fide five. He's going to be a superstar. So where's Lauri going to play? He can't play the three. He's a pretty slow player. I don't really know what to expect. Maybe Jarrett Allen comes off the bench because you got to start Mobley, and I like Lauri Markkanen the space to floor. So Cleveland does have a pretty good young core. They have a collection of talent. Garland, Sexton, Okoro at small forward, Markkanen and Mobley, but Lauri's gone worse. I don't know if the Cavs were the right team to pay for him. I remember I saw the Knicks were interested in him before they made all those offseason moves. But 67 mil, what is that, like almost, it's like 16 million a year, 17-ish million dollars. Yeah, it's about 17 million a year. I do like it. Not a bad contract, but for the Cavs' purpose, it doesn't really make any sense to me with their front court. You're just going to hinder Mobley. And what if they get the first pick and they get Chet Holmgren, the center from Gonzaga? So that'd be pretty insane if they end up getting him. It's kind of weird how they could have all those centers. So they got to move one of them. I don't know why they re-signed Jarrett Allen for that much. I personally don't think he's that great of a player, but it should be interesting to see. But the Portland got Derrick Jones Jr., who was a solid role player for Miami, a good dunker. He's won the dunk contest before. He's not a bad player. I don't hate that. And they get for a bunch of picks. Portland gets Larry Nance, and Nance was a good player for Cleveland. He was a good passer and rebounder, and he could space the floor. He's pretty much a cheaper version of Markkanen, but he has a better skill set. I think he's a better passer. He's a better rebounder. He's a better defender. He's just worse at shooting and offense. And Cleveland needs defense because Sexton, Garland, and those guys, they do not like to play much defense. So it's just kind of weird how this trade came about, and Cleveland's got to move one on the bench. Maybe Lauri Markkanen for sixth man of the year. But we'll just have to wait and see what happens this season. Cleveland's going to be towards the bottom of the East just because the East gone so much better. But if Cleveland did have Mobley, if they did not draft Mobley, they drafted Jalen Green or someone, I would definitely like this more. But this is a weird move for Cleveland. We'll just have to wait and see what happens in the future with this team.